All right, so here we know that we need to do 889. Let's just say, okay, you're saying, okay, I cannot do more than $100 a month extra. So, because you want to have a little bit of spending money. If you can put more into it, great. If you can't, you know, do what you can. So let's just give this one an even $1,000 a month. We're starting off with an initial snowball of $111. What this $111 is going to do is it's going to help gain momentum and pay off the first item it can. So when a snowball happens, this one here is actually going to want to pay off your snowball is going to pay off your smallest balance first, and then once that payment is freed up, it's going to roll into the next one. Whereas your other options could be the avalanche, where it's going to do highest interest rate first. Some people think, oh, I got to pay off that highest interest rate credit card first. Well, if it's a $9,000 balance and your initial amount's $100, it's not going to make a fast enough dent. So take the time and go through and look at each option, because as you can see here, interest paid is going to be $3,600 to do the avalanche. Snowball, $3,900. So in that case, I would go with the avalanche. Not every time is the snowball perfect. A lot of times I do see where snowball will come in. So with this example, we actually have a better one. You can define the order if you want to get something paid off first and say, I do it how I entered it into the table. So you could sit here and change all of the different items up above. So if you wanted to pay things off, like say the student loan, you want it paid off dead last because it has the best interest rate and the smallest payment. Keep in mind, when you free up a payment, you're going to take that payment and apply it to your next credit card or your next debt. If you don't do that, your debt reduction is going to take that much longer. So if you're in debt, this current example right here, this is saying that August of 2019, being realistic that we're starting this in 2017, and I don't know if I have the month, I actually have that one incorrect. So let's go ahead and just put in there today's date. So January of 2020, it is saying that you would have all of your debt paid off. As you can see, your interest due is starting out. You see your snowball, and you see your first snowball is going to grow sometime around August of 2018. And the value of that snowball is going to go to 187.32. The reason for that is you're starting to pay off debt. Here's the snowball in September of 18. Here's the snowball. So as you can see, you continually grow that snowball. So for the next couple of years, if you hunker down, live poor, and actually this will be the next 2.5 years, you would actually then free up $1,000 a month in your budget that you could use for something different. That is why it's important to use the debt reduction. Now, realistic life happens. You have a medical bill, and you've done great. You have $500 going for your snowball now all of a sudden because you have paid off that car, and you have paid off. Let's just say you paid off this first credit card. Now all of a sudden your snowball is $489. You get sick, you go to the hospital, and now all of a sudden they want money. Well, hopefully they will set up that payment arrangement for you, and we're just going to call this one the medical bill. And let's just say you ended up having the high deductible health plan, and that hospital visit costs $7,500. Well, most of the time they don't charge interest, and a lot of times the way hospitals work, they're going to want 7,500 divided by 12. They're going to want 7,500 divided by 18. The most I've ever seen is divided by 24. So let's just do the worst case scenario, and we're going to say that that's now $312 a month that they want. Stay tuned, because we're going to keep jumping into snowball explosions, is what I like to call them.